So let's kind of get ourselves started and get ready for another wonderful presentation. And my name is Kornelsen. I will give you my email address at the end, and then you can send me an email if you do have any business building related questions. First off, what is Banners Brokers? You know what? We are a revolutionary new way to earn revenue online. Those of you already participating, you know that. This particular gentleman, John Paul Getty, he's one of the richest men on the planet. And you know what? You will never get rich working for someone else. That was his statement in 1947. This is 2013. Really, what's changed? Still can't get rich working for someone else. We all understand what the word job means. Just over broke. We don't have the safety and security anymore. Research in Motion laid off over 5,000 employees. For those of you who don't know, that's BlackBerry. The RIM company has now changed to BlackBerry, and even they laid off 5,000 people, and we all know how hot they were just a decade ago. Link Resources Corp reports that more than 29 million people run part-time and full-time businesses from their home. And over the past decade, Fortune 500 companies, which many of us have probably worked for a Fortune 500 company out there, even we got laid off. They've laid off 4.4 million workers. That's a tremendous number of people that are now looking for new jobs, new safety, security for themselves and their families. The advent of SOHO, small office, home office, has really become the future. There's a new home-based business opens every 10 seconds in the U.S. And there's 9,000 new businesses opening from homes every single day. In the last 14 years, that has grown from 6 million to 32 million. Why is that? Because there is no more safety and security out there in the business world other than what you do for yourself. That's what makes SOHO so important. It is now one of the world's largest employers. Today, companies really have to change. They have to fight and struggle for everything that they do, and they have to be innovative, original, creative. They've got to be daring. Companies do need to pioneer into the trillion-dollar territories. The internet is a trillion-dollar industry. Make no mistake about it. With everything that we do, from purchasing to e-commerce, banking, everything that we do online, the internet by itself is a trillion-dollar industry. Let's kind of have a look at some of the figures that are out there. Facebook, it has over 1.1 billion users. And if you notice, many of the major corporations even have their own Facebook page and want you to log in and do stuff with them. Also, Twitter accounts, 500 million. How many people out there have Twitter accounts? How many are tuned into several Twitter accounts and people that do their Twittering and tweeting? And there's 500 million of those tweets that go out a day. Anytime anything extraordinary happens out in the world, positive or negative, those tweets go up. Somebody out there is talking about it, and that's all on the internet. Social networking accounts, there are 2.4 billion of them. Several people, I know a lot of people have more than one. They have 2 and 3 depending on what they're doing. Companies have 2 or 3 depending on where they want people to go. So everyone is out there touching social networking. 630 million websites. That's a lot of websites to go through and look at. And they make up 13 billion web pages. That's not a book you're going to sit down and read in any given weekend. The share of the internet population growth from 2007 to 2012, 1.1 billion new internet users have been added in the last 5 years. The internet has really just exploded out there, and everybody out there is trying to get on board. Our numbers, they do just keep growing. 2.1 billion internet users. And what's amazing about that is that there's just under 7 billion people on the planet. So we only have 1/3 of that tied into the internet at this time. Asia has 922 million. Europe has 476 million. China, 485 million. And we all know the population of China. Can you imagine the growth if they ever get their entire country internet wired? Now, 45% of all users are under the age of 25, and all of them are looking and viewing web pages, websites. They're looking at advertising. They're looking at what's out there. They purchase online. It's easy. They put in their information and they can purchase anything online, from cars, homes, jewelry, you name it. It all gets purchased online. And that's the 25 years and under. Now that leaves the 55% that's over 25. They're also on the internet. They're looking for different things, but they also look at the advertising and stuff, and they're looking to make sure that their lives are secure. So they're looking for things as well. So you've got a group that's of 55%, that's 25 or older, looking for security now and looking for security for their near future. Whereas you have that 45% that is 25 years and under, they're going to be looking for that because they're going to grow older and they're going to become more mature, and they will eventually reach that point where they're going to need that security as well. So our business allows you to go not only for today, but tomorrow and next year and 5 years down the road. That's what makes our business so amazing. Now, online advertising is a $500 billion a year industry. And within the next 5 years, it will be a $1 trillion industry. For myself, you know what? 1% of 1%. I could retire happy and just think how much extra that would be left over for all of you guys to retire with. I'm not greedy. Let's have a quick boo at who looked at all this or who built it. Google, 97% of their revenue is from advertising. That's $37.3 billion. That's a phenomenal amount of money for a company who started basically in a garage and has now grown to the glass towers that it's in today. Facebook, 83% of its revenue comes from advertising. $4.2 billion. Let me ask you, every time you do a Google search, have you ever paid for it? When you've done a Facebook search or gone onto Facebook to add or post anything, have you ever had to pay for it? No. Why? Advertising. Twitter, 89% of its revenue is now advertising driven. And we tweet and Twitter all day long and it costs us nothing. Why? Advertisers are paying for it. They want you to see what they're offering. One of the newest people is LinkedIn. 25% of the revenue from advertising. That's $153 million. Those are some very heady numbers, and any one of us would be happy to even take a little chunk of that. One of the things that BB has done is we've begun to forge a very new and revolutionary partnership. We developed a very new and exciting opening that was never identified before. We found a niche. We created a plan, and then we presented this plan again and again and again. One of the major brokers that's out there said yes, and it's amazing that they ended up doing that after all the negative that was the no's that we got. But eventually you do get a yes, and they have been fabulous to work with. That was in October of 2010. That's when Banner's Broker was born. Many of you have been on board since the beginning. Many of you have come in later, but it's been an amazing ride nonetheless. Now, what is Banner's Broker? Banner's Broker is an online ad space broker. We're creating a brand new way to earn revenue online, and our products are ad impressions and ad inventory. It's really not that simple. What do? We rent advertising space. We generate increased traffic, and we generate advertising revenues. The broker shares those revenues with us, and then we end up sharing them with you. Advertising isn't new. It's been around for centuries. The cave drawings were actually a form of advertising, letting other tribes know whether they were welcome or whether they would be eaten in those days. So advertising has been around for a long, long time. We've basically gone from rock to print to digital. And so from Fred Flintstone to the Jetsons in a few centuries is an amazing leap in technology. We've had stops along the way in radio and television and billboards and all kinds of other mediums, which are now all available on the internet. You can read your newspapers on the internet. You can listen to your favorite radio programs on the internet. You can watch TV and your favorite shows or movies or whatever you like, all on the internet. So it is one of the most powerful tools that's out there, and advertisers have become well aware of it. Now, social media has also made the general public more accessible to advertisers, thereby driving the viral marketing through internet surfers, and we call that traffic. Who are the 5 biggest traffic creators? Not hard to guess. People like Google. There's fresh advertising and fresh things on their website every single day. Facebook, the same thing. People are adding and doing all kinds of things on their Facebook accounts every day, and every time you go there, there may be another advertising on there. Yahoo, they have the left side of the column, all the different things that you can do, movies, entertainment, cars, you name it, whatever it is, it's there. And there's always advertising on there. The content continually changes, but that's something you never have to pay for because the advertisers pay for it. Then there's YouTube. YouTube is an amazing spot. You can get to watch all kinds of little videos and short clips that you probably never would get to see any other place. They put their advertising out there. You've never paid to watch a single show on YouTube. The last one is Baidu. You may not have heard of it, you may have heard of it. But Baidu is the Chinese version of Google. And they're at number 5, so you know how well supplied China is with their internet. This is an amazing number, 100 million traffic hits per hour. That's how many people are actually out there on the internet at any given time over the course of 1 hour. And if you know anything about the internet, then you know that traffic translates into dollars and cents. Every time someone goes to a website, someone out there generates revenue, whether it's from the advertising, whether it's from the impression, or whether it's from a sale of a product or service. But every time someone goes out there, it's generating revenue for someone. So 100 million traffic hits per hour, that generates a fair bit of revenue. Now with Banner's Broker, you know what? You get to earn a piece of that pie. We have a multi-billion-dollar online ad industry, and we do have a very unique relationship with the world's top brokers. You profit through a respected network. How can we change your finances? How does all this you? Well, I'm going to kind of give you a rundown, an explanation of how things work so that you can understand exactly how we can impact your finances and better yet, the security of your family and the things that are really important to you, making sure that everything within your family is safe and secure. First off, let's start with the blind network. The blind network is what's worth over $500 billion per year. There's about 10 different companies out there, and they all do basically the same thing. They control 500 million websites. Advertisers come to the blind network and say, we want to put our advertising out there. What can you do for us? We're willing to pay for it. So the blind network takes on the advertisers and takes the ads and puts them on ad spaces. Those ad spaces are provided by publishers, basically websites. So if nothing can be put on a website, then nobody can generate any income from it. So the advertisers pay the blind network pays the publishers. Well, along came a gentleman named Chris Smith, and this guy has got a heart of gold and is extremely intelligent, and he found a little niche and he developed this particular program. So what he did is he presented his plan, what his vision was, to several of the online brokers, and you know what? One did say yes. He liked what we had, needed traffic, wanted traffic, and we said we could provide some of that. So with that, we have grown, or I should say, you guys have grown Banner's Brokers to over 300,000 affiliates. And that's all a testament into your belief on the business that you're in and the people that are in it helping you grow your business. It's a lot of fun working with family and friends. So the blind network ends up now paying BB, and BB shares that revenue with you, the affiliates. That's how we affect your finances. If you become involved with us or are involved with us, you will get paid Each and every time the revenue that you generate will get paid to you. We contract advertisers. Those advertisers will end up going through BB right into our blind network and be able to have their advertising put out on the web. We also have publishers. The blind networks are always looking for new publishers. They go through us and our software and go directly into the blind network. One of the amazing things that happened is we started to get noticed. Somebody else saw how well we were doing and that this was a good, viable option for them. So we now have another blind network that came on board with us. We have spent the last several months marrying up our software with their software, and if anybody out there is an IT person, you know how hard it is to marry up software. So with that, now Banners Brokers is set our target for over 1 million affiliates by the end of the year. That's a huge number, and when we reach that target, it will be due to your hard work and your efforts and what you've generated for yourselves out there, not because of Banners Broker, but just through our particular portal. As an affiliate, a Banners Broker affiliate, you are able to financially benefit as both an advertiser and a publisher, even though you might not have a personal website to promote. Therefore, as an affiliate, you become an advertiser and a website owner, which enables you to earn from both sides of the industry. If you refer advertisers to Banners Brokers and they make us their broker of choice, you're going to get 10% of their advertising. And you'll get that every single month. If you refer website owners, you'll receive 10% of all the income that they earn through lending their internet presence on which advertising can be placed. As an affiliate, you can invite friends and relatives to become affiliates of Banners Broker and receive benefits from the business that they generate. If you do not have a personal product to promote or a website, you can promote Banners Brokers and derive additional income. We do have a complete marketing and support system. We are here to help you build a viable long-term business because we want to be here for a long time as well. We do have 24-hour live support available Sunday through Friday. And they start Sunday afternoon and they finish Friday afternoon. Everybody gets 2 days off. They need to recharge their batteries like everyone else. And that's our support staff. They are amazing. I will continue to say that, and I believe and I trust in them. Tools and training. We do have a top-notch executive team. The fact that we've grown to 300,000 in the last little while, in the last 2.5 years, is testament to that. There's a company out there called Alexa. They do the ratings for everyone. Well, when we started it back in October 2010, we were sitting at the bottom of that 500 million group of websites. Currently, we're up around the 400 mark, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is an amazing jump for a company in 2.25 years. That's faster growth than Google or Facebook did in their first 2 years. So our team, executive team, does know what they're doing. We also offer workshops that teach you how to build your business, grow, and we have many affiliates out there that are doing that and sharing their expertise with other affiliates so that everyone wins. We have webinars like the one you're listening to. On Fridays, Chris has his question and answer webinar, and he answers questions from everyone. So it's an amazing time to get answers right from the big guy himself. And how many companies actually do that? How many companies go out there and put their face out there and put their name out there and show themselves to the public and talk to them every week? We are having a convention coming up. It'll be in July. If you keep an eye on your back office, you'll get all the details there. It should be an amazing event. You get to rub shoulders with all of the affiliates that attend, and the things that you can learn, not only from what we put on, but from just talking to all the other affiliates that are going to be there, is priceless. So we do offer full support and tools and for training. So let's have a look at what we can anticipate for revenue and how that works. So Banners Brokers owns the ad inventory. Banners Broker purchases inventory at a discount. inventory is then rented to the affiliate for a period of time. And the affiliates generate traffic to fill that inventory. So your income is dependent upon how much inventory you purchased and the number of campaigns that you are running. That's one of the nice things about this business. It's based on your efforts, what you do, and everything that is based on your business, your efforts, the time you spend on it. There are several different levels of ad inventory that you can purchase, and they're all available. So you get from the starter pack at $25 till the ultimate at $36.55. And we do have a new one called the Prestige package that runs at about $11,430, I believe. Just to kind of give you an example, the professional inventory purchases at $415, and your anticipated revenue is around $800. That's a pretty good buy and sell rate, I would say. The time frame of completion is, though, highly dependent on the success of your campaigns. So what you're going to get for a package, say if you did decide to purchase the $415 package, you're going to get a little piece of the professional, which is the green, which is what you're purchasing. You're also going to get some blue. You're also going to get purple, and you're also going to get a piece of the yellow. All of those starters panels is what you're going to get one each of. So it's a pretty good deal, and it's a very simple business to run. Why not try it? Pick a package. You're going to get free impressions to do your advertising with. All the webinars are free. The training is free. The workshop is free. Being affiliate with us is a fun, enjoyable thing because you're working with people that generally, appreciate you because you were invited by them. So to become a free affiliate, it's pretty simple. You type in bannersbrokers.com/ the username of the person that invited you. In our case, it's Sally Cox. Then you simply click on here where it says sign me up, and it takes you to this page where your referrer's name is already filled in. Then you place your first name, last name, username, password, all the usual information that you normally put out there for anything that you sign up for or have to fill any kind of information out for. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. From there, let's start with Advertiser. You get to create a free campaign. It goes into the blind network. Your campaign will be shown on a large network with many different options for getting your ad seen by your targeted demographics. And now that'll be 2 networks shortly. You will not be able to select the specific sites that you will be advertising on. Just so you have an idea what that means, I want you to picture the internet as an extremely large magazine, about 13 billion pages worth. Now the inside or the outside cover and the front and back covers, actually inside and outside, they're the most expensive spots. That's where Google and Facebook and the larger companies, that's where they do their advertising, and it costs you an awful lot of money to be hanging on one of those pages. That's like going to the Super Bowl and paying $4 million for a 30-second commercial. That's what the inside and outside of the front and back cover mean. Where the blind network works is on the middle pages. There's 13 billion middle pages sitting there, and your advertising goes somewhere in there on one of those pages, and trying to find it is probably the trick. I don't know if you want to look through 13 billion pages, but that's entirely up to you. But that's where your advertising is going, is in there. It's a lot less expensive. It's a little harder to find, but it means that it's affordable for a lot more people and a lot more companies and businesses. Everybody goes inside there rather than trying to pay the big bucks for the outside pages. Within the blind network, we offer contextual targeting. You can pick the context you want your advertising to go in. You name your campaign. In this case, we're choosing health and wellness. Now you'll also notice over here to the side, there's a number of subcategories. So you even know the subcategories that your advertising is going to go into. Then you have your impressions. If you become a free member, you get 1,000 impressions to do with as you wish. They're free. Use them, try out our product. In this case, the person already has an account and he has over 7,000 impressions in there. They're using 1,000 for this purposes. Now here we're advertising bannersbroker.com/Sally Cox. She's advertising her Banners Broker's website. Now if you have your own product or service and your own company, you can also put that website in there, so you can advertise for yourself. So you have a large number of options there. After you've contextually targeted where you want your audience, you can geo-target and target your campaign to a specific country or even a city. It's amazing how finely whittled down this is so that you can place it exactly where you want. If you have a fish and chip store or a pizza or a jewelry store or something that needs to be advertised locally, you can do that. If you make a particular product that needs to go a little more national, you can do that, or international. You have that option as well. So we do offer an awful lot in terms of what you can do with your own personal product or your Banners Broker account or whatever particular business you have going. From there, you upload a banner. Now Banners Broker already provides 10 different size banners to work with. They're all in your back office. You simply download them. When you pick the one you want, you upload it back in. If you have your own product or service that you wish to advertise, simply make your own banner, or you can have it made on the internet. There's people that do it. You can make your own with Photoshop or whatever method you wish to choose. Please just respect the sizes that we offer. That's what our network can manage. Upload that banner, and anytime someone sees that banner, it'll go to your website, and you'll end up generating traffic and hits to your website and possibly sales. From there, we do offer you all the tools in the back office that allow you to track your campaign. For instance, my store campaign, I've used 15,366 impressions. I've targeted 20,000. It's an active campaign. I can edit, I can delete, I can view a report. If the campaign isn't working and you're not getting the kind of success you want, you know what? Change the banner. The advertising is getting out there. Change the banner. Maybe the advertising just is not effective. We've all know the difference in seeing bad advertising and good advertising. Change the banner, change the results. You can delete it and not lose any impressions. They all go back into your impressions bank, and you can end up using them up when you put your new banner in. Then you get to view the report. Advertising over the years it's been there, but none of it really makes us jump out and want to purchase anything. So when you view the report and you're seeing that it says between 1/4 and 3/4 or so of a percentage point is out there in number of hits, that is actually pretty good. When you consider all the advertising that you've looked at over the years in terms of listen to the radio, watch TV, looked at newspapers, magazines, all the flyers that have been delivered, everything that you've ever seen in advertising, how many of those items have actually made you jump up, run out, and buy anything? I'm guessing it's very, very few. Well, the internet is no different. People are out there looking. The ones that something catches their eye will participate in it. The ones that don't, it may be superficial, but there's still revenue being generated from that because it is an impression. So just because your report only says between a 1/4 or 3/4% does not mean you're not being successful. That actually is a pretty good report. So I wanted to explain that to you a little bit about advertising. Now the other thing I want to talk to you about a little bit is because we are a very upfront company and we do stand up and we do stand behind what we do. So Banners Brokers International is and its affiliate companies do not guarantee income of any persons or entities participating in its program. Incomes earned will be in direct proportion to the amount of time and effort put forth by participants. The typical income of a typical affiliate is approximately $39.58 per month, or $475 per year. Testimonies given regarding income are not the personal testimonies, regarding income are the personal testimonies of the persons giving them. Such testimonials are not sanctioned by Banners Brokers International, and their accuracy is not guaranteed by Banners Broker International. What I really want is for you people to enjoy and see what we've got, and become a Banners broker today. Become part of this revolutionary way that will let you earn revenue online. Now, for those of you who don't know, all these webinars are recorded and they're put in our back office. You can watch them again and again and again as often as you want. You can share them with other people. There are numbers of them from all different affiliates in different languages, including some of the question and answer sessions with Chris Smith, including training with Grant Deal, and as well as other recorded webinars from all over the world in different languages. So please take advantage of that. Use that technology that's back there to help you grow your business. Share those webinars. Listen to them again and again so that you understand what's going on out there. Most of the questions that I'm seeing here, I will take a look at. And if there's any growth questions, I will get back to you probably a little bit later today. But for right now, I think what I'm going to do is wish everybody a good day. Please be good to one another out there. This is a lot of fun. We're trying to change the world one person at a time, and that is a credit and a testament to what you people out there are doing. I really appreciate it. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you at some point in my life, and hopefully at one of the big conventions. But for right now, this is Kurt Kornelsen signing off. Hope everyone has a terrific and great day.